just realised I did this the wrong way around, didn't I? You have to do that first, then that. Then that. This, they were saying something, remember, they were saying something about drugs. Blue Monday. You know, so every time they were going in outside that immunization room, it was, maybe we've got to go there. It was, spraying, like they thought it was, spraying them with something to make them immune to the demons and whatnot. Well, obviously it's been spraying us with loads of shit. So maybe not, so let's go back to see if that card reader's done my scanning. Not yet. So there's got to be something we do to this, I imagine. There has to be, surely. You know, I don't see what else there could be. Let's have a fucking think. Maybe if we search it, does the computer search Blue Monday? Should we try that? This right way, yeah. So we see what Blue Monday is. Nothing. So we search up good old Donald Wolf. It should be the me, weren't it? I think. Oh, hello. Oh, fucking war reading. Second tragedy for millionaire pharmaceutical boss. 14th of March 2008, tragedy struck again yesterday for ex-pharmaceuticals boss Donald Wolf, when his wife, Joyce Wolf, 45, was found dead at their family home. No further details have been officially released. However, a source close to the family told City News that Mrs. Wolf was found in a bathtub with her wrists cut in an apparently successful suicide bid. The death of Mr. Wolf's wife comes just 2 months after the suicide of their only daughter, Melissa Wolf, 19, who was found hanged in her room at the 5 Acres Tranquility Ranch, where she'd been receiving treatment for depression. Mrs. Wolf was well known in the community for many years. She dedicated to local charitable causes and events. However, she had not been seen in public since the tragic loss of her daughter, and Mr. Wolf has made no secret of their effect their daughter's passing had on his wife's state of mind, describing in several interviews how she had been unable to cope and had succumbed to depression herself. Not surprising, to be honest. It's not nice to deal with suicide. Losing anyone's not nice, but you can't help wonder why someone you know and love takes a life. Especially because when they're serious about it, they're very secretive about it, and you don't tend to notice what they're about to do. Today, community leader Emily Bishop, who has worked with Mrs. Wolf on many charitable causes, paid tribute to her friend and colleague, calling her an absolutely selfless, loving and caring woman with a heart of gold. Always the first to get involved in new causes, she left no stone unturned when helping those less fortunate than herself. The world has lost an angel. This terrible tragedy is likely to add even more fuel to Mr. Wolf's case against the 5 acres Tranquility Ranch, which he has described as nothing more than a cult designed to prey on the trust and faith of vulnerable and sick people and deprive them of their worldly possessions with false hope of a better life. Speaking at the time of his daughter's suicide, Mr. Wolf stated that 5 Acres Tranquility Ranch had stolen their daughter from them. He went on to reveal that neither he nor his wife had spoken to Melissa since she had taken up residence at the ranch, and that contacting her was harder than contacting the president. It is believed that Melissa became involved with the ranch located on a vast estate just outside the city through a self-help group set up to offer support to young people suffering with depression. And other mental health issues. Mr. Wolf has even been quoted as saying that he believes the self-help group to be simply a front for a shadowy organisation that preys on vulnerable people of means in order to fleece them of every penny, so its leaders can live like fat cats up there in their luxury compound, a claim he contends is supported by the mysterious disappearance of over 25 grand from his daughter's bank account, money that was supposed to support her as she studied. Following Melissa's death at the behest, I don't know what that word is, and at the behest of Mr. Wolf, an immediate inquiry was opened into the 5 Acres Tranquility Ranch and the self-help group. However, without any actual evidence of wrongdoing, and with Melissa's death officially recorded as a suicide by the coroner, no further action was taken by the authorities. A conclusion that only served to spur Mr. Wolf on. Oh shit, I've got a cable wrapped around my leg. Speaking at a press conference after the inquiry, Mr. Wolf told reporters these people stole our daughter from us. They preyed on her vulnerability, they offered her hope, they abused the faith she put in them. We tried to seek help, but nobody took us seriously, nobody listened to us. Instead, they preferred to listen to the propaganda put out by these organisations, preferred to accept their word as gospel, but the truth is they just didn't want to think about it. They didn't want to think beyond what they were being told. They didn't want to think for themselves. They didn't want to question. Maybe they didn't want to upset the status quo or rock the boat. Who knows why people follow blindly without question. What he was on about in his journal. But that cost our daughter her life, and that is unacceptable. I will not forget this. Some way I will make my point heard. Somebody will pay for this. It is not known that Mr. Wolf's plans were, or how this most recent development will affect them. Right. Is there another page? Ex-pharmaceuticals. Oh. Ex-pharmaceuticals today issued a press release confirming that the theft of 12 crates of a new, highly potent drug from one of their Dockland warehouses. According to the press release, the drug codenamed Blue Monday is an experimental hallucinogen which, when injected or inhaled, renders the user highly susceptible to suggestion and can in fact alter their perceptions on reality. So that's what they were doing, and then that's probably why you got the idea of Blue Butterfly. It's a Blue Monday. Part of the drug's unique and experimental nature is the fact that it plays on the user's individual fears and worries and alters their perceptions accordingly, causing them to see, hear, feel, smell and even taste things that are not real, leading to erratic and possibly dangerous behaviour. Anti-drug campaigners have called for the global pharmaceutical companies to be heavily fined for this security breach, stating that the threats posed, should this drug make it to the streets, cannot be overestimated. Local police are investigating and have given this case the highest priority. However, no arrests have been made yet. And I will love you and leave you.